This is
We continue to follow that breaking news. Want to give you a live look now in Canton. Take a look here. This is a picture that we've seen just in the last 5-10 minutes. You can see this is right near in Canton. It's near East Dallas Street and North Trade Days Boulevard. So right outside the gas station there. This isn't far from the Van Zandt County Courthouse, Canton's Cafe right there across the street. You can see, look at that damage right there. You can see people taking a look at it that completely just crumbled down and brought to the ground. Again, this is in the heart of Canton. We have also been hearing reports from people who said they saw small trees in the air in Canton, and we know that there is large debris down near Highway 47. So it is going to be very tough to get around in that area as we continue through the night.
And there you see the residents of Canton going through what has been a very scary situation there this afternoon, assessing the damage there. I have been in contact with the police department there at Canton PD. They are saying there is major damage throughout the city of Canton. They are reporting extensive damage at the intersection of highways 19 and 64. Also telling me there has been at least one injury. There you see emergency officials on scene. They've got several of them there tonight, Pete. Fire department, police department, DPS, and this situation is ongoing. We're still not out of the woods yet.
And Pete, they're walking around here. Is that okay at this point to be assessing damage?
Yeah, at this point it is. I mean, as long as the power lines aren't down, so that all the emergency personnel are on the ground there. And that's the problem. I mean, that was the fear that we had, you know, when we saw that tornado was on the ground, and we were looking at the Doppler radar products showing us, you know, the debris within that, you know, within that tornado itself. So we knew there were going to be problems. Unfortunately, there has. Now, I do have a little bit of good news here. The Dallas-Fort Worth area has been cleared from the tornado watch. So Dallas-Fort Worth is no longer under the tornado watch. That's the good news. The bad news is everybody to the east, you're under that tornado watch until 8 o'clock tonight. Now let's go to the radar very quickly. We still have more tornado warnings that are in effect. We still have some rain in Dallas-Fort Worth. This is not severe. None of these storms or any of the rain that we have for the next couple of hours in Dallas-Fort Worth, it's not severe. Does that mean that it couldn't turn marginally severe? It's possible, but it would be kind of that iffy type of stuff. But off to the east, it's certainly not marginal at all. Here's two areas of concern. This one is between Terrell and Wills Point around Edgewood. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Kaufman. Here's Kaufman County. Here's Van Zandt County. So it's right on the Kaufman-Van Zandt County line. Let's put a track on that very quickly. This is yet another tornado-warned storm. It's almost the same situation as the one that you just saw in Canton just a moment ago, but it's a tornado warning until 6:45. It's moving off to the east, and it will arrive in Wills Point. I mean, it's almost there right now. Fruitvale, arrival time 6:16. Alba 6:37. Golden 6:45. And Quitman at 6:58. That's the latest there. Let's head just to the east of there. There's Canton. Here's Grand Saline. There's a tornado warning for Smith and Wood County. And just to the southwest of there, that's Canton. That's Van Zandt County. And that's where our Alex Rozier is. And Alex, there's damage. We just saw the pictures. Give us an update.
We're at the intersection of Dallas Street and Trade Days Boulevard. Check out this Valero gas station. You can see some of the damage that lines the street right here. And there's really damage on every side of this intersection. A number of emergency response vehicles in this street. And Brandon, if you walk with me here, I think over here, I was just told a minute ago, is the chief of police. I'm going to try to see if he'll give us a little update on what they're seeing here, because at one point there was a report of an injury. Chief, excuse me, Chief, we're live on WFAA. Can I ask you a real quick question?
This is emergency management.
Okay. Mr. Sanford, can I ask you a real quick question about kind of what's happened here, and tell us a little update on what you know so far?
Well, we started tracking this thing out of Maybank because we knew that it was on the ground in Maybank. One of our sergeants with the police department have a live feed cam over in Maybank. So we started tracking it coming out of Maybank, and it lifted. So we deployed units to the southern part of our county out here to just keep an eye on the cloud network that was going on out there. And it had lifted, and so we were kind of in a calm mode, and then luckily we were about 7 to 8 miles out of town watching when it developed again. And we could see it we could see it as it developed and hit the ground, and we started, tracking it parallel with it and everything, and we knew by the direction that it was headed and everything that it was coming into town, and we were doing multiple deploys of the early warning sirens with the code red system and everything like that.
Have you heard of any injuries at this location right here?
We have one injury located back down the block here. It seems to be minor type injuries and everything, but we want to take care of the people and make sure that they're okay. So we have the EMS units that have went ahead and they transported them just to make sure.
So we do have one person transferred. Sirs, thank you so much. I do want to give one last look around here as we send it back into you guys here at the intersection of Dallas Street and Traysday Boulevard in Canton. You can see some of the damage on really every side of this intersection following a tornado that came through less than an hour ago, guys.
Alex, we appreciate that update. That has been our fear, not only in Canton, but also to the southwest of there in Kemp, in Maybank, the Cedar Creek Lake area, the Cedar Creek Lake Country Club. We know there's damage there. We know Highway 175 is closed. We know there's power lines down. There's trees down. So there's some problems there as well. But once again, these are live pictures coming out of Canton right now, where we do know that a tornado did touch down. We still have a tornado warning in effect for Kaufman County and yet again Van Zant County. Now it's